Anyway, to kick off the Jazz at the Malting series, here is the orchestra playing Greensleeves, led by that great master of the drums, Mr. Buddy Rich.
That's fine, thanks very much, Ben. Somebody tell us where to go. Is it gentlemen?
This is really it? Can't tell you what a thrill it is.
Hello, buddy. How are you?
Are you responsible for this?
Did you enjoy the drive?
No, I didn't. Not a bit.
Bit of a long way.
Not a bit. My band's going to be unhappier than I am when they show up.
Certainly we do.
Huh?
We hope they do in that case. Please do not.
I hope they show up at all. What is the purpose of
to do the sort of turnover we have to do. And we moved in.
Good, I've been driving for 4 hours.
Well, I'm tired. Yeah. Well, all I can say is we can get you to relax a bit now, and we'll try and make it as easy as possible. The more we can find out about what we can do this afternoon, the less I have to make you do it.
It's not a question of what we're supposed to do.
I know, it's the...
idea of coming out here, Jesus Christ. You know, I don't do this kind of traveling when I'm home. Then they get lost on top of it.
Well, they shouldn't do. You know,
driving around. Oh, Christ.
We shouldn't have. I don't think we've met. Or have we? How are you, Carl? Terry had a great day. Well, anyway, now we're here. Yeah, would you like a drink or something to eat, or?
No, I'd like to get, I'd like to go get with this thing and find out what it is you want to do. That's why I'm out here at this hour.
Yeah, well, let's go in your room. It's quiet. You can sit down comfortably. Yeah, we'll go in his room and sit down quietly and work it out.
You would quote me as saying, "I'm unhappy."
Okay, let's go to your dressing room. Go out this way.
A little bit more? I mean, a little bit less. That's what I mean by more. You understand me, yeah? Put the lights out. All right, west side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, the thing is that we do 2 shows which are the duration of 24.5 minutes each. They're transmitted as separate entities, so we can record them as part 1, have a break, take it easy for 20 or 25 minutes while we give a drink to the band and so on, do the second one, and that's it. We start at 8 o'clock. There's an audience of about 700 in that hall, and we should be through by 9:30. I would think in that sort of time, knowing the sort of lengths that you play, but as you were saying yesterday, you may vary the lengths, you know, from what is on record to what is on concert.
Depends upon entirely what we're going to play.
Yeah.
And, I hadn't thought too much about it because when we do a thing like this, we do a show like this, we usually just take it from the top.
Yeah.
Change of moods and pace.
Yeah.
And, sometimes 4 tunes can run a half hour, sometimes 1 tune can run a half hour, depending on how it's going.
Sure. Well,
You could the albums, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
3 albums I've got.
What tunes would you like to do?
Well, as I was saying to you yesterday, the stuff on the latest album available here,
Yeah.
there's, you know, in a half hour of tunes from that album, you can get through about 3 or 4, and that's about it.
That's right.
As far as your new stuff, which we don't hear yet over here, the album you say that is currently about to release.
It's be released, what's today's date?
25th.
Just released today.
Yeah, we haven't got this here.
No.
You know, Liberty haven't let us have one yet.
No, you won't have it till December. There's so many things, you know,
Sure,
there's so
I know.
many groovy things to
Yeah.
be done. There's
Yeah,
so many groovy things to be done.
I don't want to over-coordinate it because I could do it, but I mean, it's pointless doing material which won't be shown because we've got to come down to what is our allocated transmission time eventually, so there's no point in taking 11 numbers when we only want 5 or something, you see.
Let's get 5 of the best then.
Yeah.
I think a great deal of progress has been made in this country in television in trying to capture this essence of jazz. But I think one of the problems which people sometimes do overlook is the problem facing the musician. Because the musician in television is obliged to place himself in the studio sometimes for hours before the actual performance begins, because there are other considerations besides his performance. The lighting, the shots, the colour, the acoustics, the balance, all kinds of things. And this often means that the jazz musician can be keyed up to a performance and then spend 4 or 5 hours in the studio waiting to give this performance.
So I think we'll open with a thing like, we have a very groovy arrangement of Green Sleeves,
Yeah.
which runs about 4 minutes. I think would be a good opener, because it's strong. It's a good, strong opening.
It's rather a nice idea, if I may explain. This place is the cultural home of a composer called Benjamin Britten, who's he's our major serious music composer. And the whole tie-up with Green Sleeves being a traditional English tune and Benjamin Britten is rather a good one.
Right.
You know,
Always
it's a nice idea. Yeah. Always think.
Always
That's
think.
what it's about.
Right. That's what it's all about. See that? How did I know that?
How did you know?
What a place for a TV studio, you guys.
When do we eat? You were listening to the British Orchestra just now. Was that your baptism under fire, as it were, or have you been this close to jazz before?
Not quite, well, it isn't quite true. I mean, I've heard the Duke Ellington and the other great bands of the past quite close to. Up in the Leeds Festival, I think we had an afternoon of Duke Ellington, which was extremely exciting. But this, I think you call this modern jazz. This is certainly my baptism of that.
Do you think you've survived it favourably or not?
I think I have. I think it's going to be quite a problem for acoustics in this hall, because we like a lot of resonance for the kind of music I write, but I think quite often these orchestras play in all the dead studios, don't they?
How about you, Peter Pierce? What would you think about the acoustics? Because I noticed your eyebrows rose once or twice as well when the crescendos came.
Right. It's wonderful. One of the things about this acoustic is that, in fact, it doesn't distort, so that they can play as loud as they like, and it'll still sound strong and rich and full. Very rich. But it won't distort. They've just got to be careful, I think, from the microphone's point of view, how they take it. But the listeners in the hall will be suitably stimulated, I think, by the good, strong sound. But just a question of whether it's too much for the mics, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, whether they can also get their balance right.
Cups of tea. Here we go, West Side Story. Let's give it a go. Cut out the drum solo. Where can I put this?
Right here.
Want some?
No.
Want some? Hurry up. Ah, lovely slob. You got it all over yourself. Oh.
As you take it, buddy, as you like.
Okay. So I'll sit over here. And it's kind of difficult to even get into the thing. The fact that I've been in the band business about 35 or so years, having played with some of the best bands in the States, Tommy Dorsey, Artie Shaw, Ronnie Berrigan, Harry James. I think I've recorded with just about every important jazz star that was ever created. Charlie Parker, Lester Young, Count Basie, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, and right down the line, the greatest improvisers that I think the world's ever known. And I've been fortunate to have been chosen to play along with some of these people. What makes me tick? I think playing makes me tick. I've been doing it for so many years that it's now the most important part of my life. The fact that every day is another challenge to me. The music is a challenge because when the band first organized, everybody thought that a big band would stand a chance because of the kind of music that was being played, the pop things. But I feel that there's always a place for good music, and this is the challenge to me, to prove to the young people that big bands are really not dead. They're more alive now than they ever were. There's no other business in the world like the music business, because you're doing the thing that you love to do, number one. You get a chance to see the world, number two, and you get paid for having fun. What could be sweeter than that? And that makes me tick. What else makes me tick? Meeting new people. The fact that you have to drive 150 miles to do a television show makes me tick. Sometimes my wife becomes a little upset that I'm on the road as much as I'm on the road. But that's her problem, actually, because I always ask her to travel with me. But she likes to stay home. We have a lovely home in Las Vegas. And she was here with me on my first tour. And then when we came back here the other day, she wanted to come, but then she decided to stay home. And that is a drag. But then, of course, this is my business, and I love my business more than anything else. This is the thing that keeps me going.